Welcome back to your soon-to-be favorite podcast. I'm Angelica.
And I'm Kelsey.
And this is
Here We Grow. It's be the start
of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh. Anyway,
that was a replay from Angelica's birthday party.
That was the song.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Hello.
You're welcome for serenading.
Yeah,
you.
First of all.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Second of all,
shoot us a thank you in our DMs.
Yeah.
Or in the comments below.
Show us a video of you singing your favorite High School Musical song.
Yeah, but only High School Musical.
Only High School Musical 1.
Yeah, not 1. I mean, I said not 1. I was trying to say, yeah, only 1 and not 2 at the same time.
Good job.
This is going to be quite the episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we karaoke'd for 3 hours at my birthday party. It was
I
so
feel like
much
it was
fun.
longer than 3 hours.
We started around 9. I think we finished around midnight.
You say noon?
I said noon. Yeah.
I think it was later because I didn't leave
didn't
till
wanna...
like 1:15, 1:30.
Oh, maybe you're right then.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was till 1.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was till 1.
I had to just get warmed up and
you didn't want to do it. I was like,
out.
come on, it's so much fun.
Nobody wanted to do it.
Yeah, shout out to Ruth and Ashley because
they
y'all
really
got it
kicked
moving.
it off. Yeah.
That was funny.
What did they do?
Super bass.
Super bass, yeah.
Super bass is really good on karaoke.
I was laughing at them the entire song from start to finish.
So entertaining.
I had to get up and get a tissue to like wipe my eyes because I was crying from laughing. They were so funny.
They are best friend goals.
Well, and then somebody was asking them afterwards, like, have you done this before? And they're like, oh, she has a karaoke machine at her house. Like, they do this all the time.
Bro, if that's my next purchase, the karaoke machine, I will
should.
never shut the fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
My God. Okay.
I didn't feel like that.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, I'll come over here and not shut the fuck up with you.
Bro, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
I want that.
You should.
That looks fun.
I wonder if you can get a better version that doesn't have the bad karaoke versions of the songs.
What do you mean the bad karaoke version?
Like, remember some of them we tried to sing, we couldn't like keep up with it because they didn't have the vocals, or like we would turn the vocals on, the vocals were really bad, like they weren't singing it right.
I do kind of remember that a little bit.
Like, I remember I tried doing an Eminem song, not the one that we actually did the whole thing to, but I think it was When I'm Gone, and it sounded like someone with some sort of Asian accent was rapping it, and so it was like like almost not offbeat, like it was on beat, but like I couldn't keep up with it because I'm used to hearing Eminem's voice rapping this, and then it was just some random guy singing it, and I'm like, this is not how the song goes. This is not how I remember it. I know every word to When I'm Gone.
Start it.
No.
Let's rap it together. I can't hear it in
start?
Exactly. Daddy, where's mommy? I can't find mommy. Where is she? I don't know, Haley. Oh, I don't
play Haley, baby, and Daddy's busy. Daddy's writing a song.
The song ain't gonna write itself.
I'll give you one underdog.
You gotta sing by yourself.
And to ride around in that song and tell her you love her.
And put hands on her mother who's a spitting image of her.
The Slim Shady.
Yeah, baby, Slim Shady's crazy.
Shady made me. But tonight, Shady's rockin' my baby. Shady's rockin' my baby.
And when I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn, rejoice every time you hear the sound of my voice.
Just know that
I'm looking down on you, smiling,
and nodding and feel it. Thanks,
baby. Don't feel no pain. Just smile back.
You're welcome for serenading you.
Man, you guys got 2 songs this episode.
I know, really lucky.
Damn.
So anyway, back to Angelica's party. We had a pajama party, like we said, and we had a magician, not a stripper, that everybody thought.
Oh my God, they kept yelling at him to strip. Poor homie was red in the face.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I didn't prepare for this.
I'm not wearing the right underwear.
I was going to say, I'm not wearing the right clothes.
Yeah. But he started to do a little dancey dance.
He was pretty cool.
Wasn't he handsome?
Yeah, he was cool.
No, was he handsome? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I kept telling everyone he was handsome, and then Mercedes was like, he wasn't that handsome. And I was like, I mean...
He kind of looks like a...
Oh, God.
He kind of looks like a marketing executive at a company. Like, he doesn't look like a magician to me.
No, I guess I can see that.
But I could see how, like, magic could be his passion.
I think that's what it is. Like, you can be your average Joe, but if you're, like, talented in any form or just super confident, you're a 10 out of 10, baby.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. And then after that, we had a bunch of food. Oh my God,
wait, Jessica was right next to me. She was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How did he do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, I don't know.
Yeah, and then he played a joke on Angelica where he was like, I'm going to do some magic on you, and you're going to understand, like, you're going to feel the magic, but everyone else in the room is going to know the trick. And he started ripping toilet paper and making it disappear out of nowhere, and the whole time he was just throwing it behind Angelica's head.
I thought he was putting it on my head. So
I know.
I was like, what the fuck?
That made it even more funny that you thought it was on top of your head, and you were like shaking your head.
You guys kept laughing, so I was like, what the fuck?
We're just laughing because it's like, wow, she doesn't know he's just throwing it. Like, it's not a magic trick.
Yeah,
he's just throwing it behind his head.
My favorite one was when Kathy and her sister went up there.
Yes.
And he was like basically saying, you know, he wanted 2 participants that were really close. And then he like did his little magic or whatever. And then he would go and tap Kathy on the shoulder and then ask the sister, where did you feel the touch?
Yeah.
And she felt the touch on her shoulder.
And he did not touch her. Like, the whole everybody there watched him not touch the other
crazy.
Person. And the other person knew exactly where they were touched.
I think of all the tricks he did, that one fucked me up.
That one and Ruth's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So with Ruth, he made her pick a card and made her sign it. So it had her original signature on it. Fold it up and put it in her mouth, like inside of her lips. And then he did the same thing with another card and put it in his mouth. And then he had them like hold hands and walk up close to each other like they were going to kiss, but they didn't. And then back up. And when... Was that when he had?
Yeah,
he
told her
to pull her card out, and it was his card, and he had her card.
Ta-da! Oh yeah, okay. So those
That's like
2
those videos, like when people are cutting food on the table and the plate flips because it's like on the edge.
That seems like something I would do.
Any reason? Any reason? What the fuck is wrong?
Girl, you good?
Apparently not. I was trying to say anyway.
And
apparently, if y'all know, you know.
And apparently,
I don't watch the news. And my grandpa only gives me the remote after the Powerball.
The Powerball.
And it was great. I rode some rides and it scared me half to death.
Why do you know every word?
Because I love that video. I quote it on a daily basis. Especially the part where, like, don't watch the news. Sometimes me and Grandpa watch after, or sometimes sometimes Grandpa gives me the remote after the Powerball. The way it says. I want to know where he is now. How old is he? What is he like? Does he talk the same way? Does he say apparently a lot?
So many questions.
I remember when I first saw that video. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the link in the show notes so you can go watch it because it's so funny.
What the fuck is Kelsey on about?
But I remember when I first saw that video, I was like, oh, he must be around like older people a lot because he's very mature, like in the way he talks.
How old do you think he was? Like 8? 7?
Yeah, 7 or 8 probably.
So he's probably like what, 10 or 11 now, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Apparently. I don't watch the news.
Scare myself half to death.
When people say half to death, I have to say that part. Like if anybody says...
who says half to death? I've never heard anyone say that.
Maybe not half to death, but like scared to death.
Oh, scared me half to death.
So good. And we can't get copywritten for that because it's just a fucking YouTube video or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't news. It was a news segment.
He like went to a state fair or something, right?
Yeah, and there was rides.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a carnival or something. And a newscaster was interviewing him.
And they like walk around with him too.
Yeah. Apparently.
It's like this little red kid. Redhead kid.
He was a redheaded kid, and he had a bright neon green shirt on.
Striped, I think.
So he was like really standing out, and he just was like every other word was apparently, and like to words like sentences that didn't need the word apparently. Apparently, I don't watch the news. Oh,
God.
So funny! I can't believe we went on a whole tangent about that. You were gonna say something probably, and then I started going apparently.
I was just gonna say after the magic show.
Oh yeah.
You were saying like we had a lot of food.
Yeah.
And a lot of drinks that these bitches didn't drink.
Yeah.
I should have known better. I should have known my girlies weren't gonna get drunk. But it was there if y'all wanted to.
I can't really get drunk. That's the thing. Like I have to drink a lot very fast to get drunk.
Oh well,
and then I had to drive myself home that night. So
no, I get it. And it was cold, so like totally fine. But yeah, so and then we karaoke'd the night away. Shout out to Monica for her basement.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
And some good food, some good karaoke, some good laughs. It was good.
Yeah, it was a fun night.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yep. Everybody
Took
was
some
looking
funny
cute
pictures.
in their pajamas.
Yeah. I want to make a post about it by
the
having
pictures.
it. Yeah.
I forgot.
We tried to do some like awkward JCPenney sessions towards the end.
Some of them came out really good. We'll post them.
Oh god.
They're funny. And then the people who haven't listened to this episode now will have no idea why we posted those pictures.
I wish I would have done an awkward pose with everyone.
Yeah.
Because then like it's like all normal, and then it just gets really weird towards the end. It's like, what the fuck?
This is what we did at 1 a.m. after 3 hours of karaoke.
So much fun though.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was really good.
Yeah.
There's some good food.
Yeah.
The Thai food was really good.
I love the Thai food. My uncle made the Thai food, and then we had chocolate covered strawberries and nachos and salads and
chocolate covered pretzels, buffalo chicken dip.
Oh yeah, thank you for your
2
buffalo
cakes.
Chicken. Yes.
Your mom
Shout out to
nachos.
Leslie for the cake. Mm-hmm.
Your mom brought nachos, strawberry cookies, cowboy caviar.
All good stuff. All good food.
It was really good.
Yeah. Good time. Thank you to everyone that showed up. I really appreciate that.
And we'll just have to top it again next year.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do internet search history?
Let's do this.
Oh, I got to grab my phone.
Can I read mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if you saw my post. I posted a video on my story of SpongeBob, someone leaving SpongeBob's house. And SpongeBob starts serenading them. Okay, the lyrics say, "Take off those heels, lay on my bed." And it's the song Ride by Somo.
Oh, yeah.
You know the song?
Yes.
Okay. SpongeBob starts serenading whoever just... And his SpongeBob voice like... Hang on,
wait, play the video.
Yeah,
I want to see it now.
let me play it real quick.
This episode's going to be all over the place.
I was like, what's that song? Oh, wait, hang on.
I'm leaving. Take off those heels, gay on my bed. Whisper dirty secrets while I'm pulling on your head.
Oh my god.
Wasn't in our bed.
Oh my god. How did they do that? That's got to be some AI shit.
Yeah, I just thought that was so funny.
Okay. I got Burger King menu because we had Burger King for dinner.
Nice.
And I sent my husband, so I had to tell him what to get me. Oh, my nose is...
What the fuck? Oh, it's
the squeaky. It sounds like a bird. In the headphones,
Yeah,
it sounds
it
like a
does.
bird. Okay. Petty revenge stories, which is what we're doing today. Xbox down detector, because Travis was saying he thought Xbox Live was down.
I was gonna say I have a lot that I can't share.
Me too. I just scrolled past them. Podcast Connect, which is the Apple Podcast thingy.
Perfect North for the slopes when we went tubing.
I searched a cast member from Grey's Anatomy called Todd Vernon to see who played him because he looked familiar. Date calculator.
Date calculator for
Yeah.
what?
We use it at work a lot, like to calculate day supply or like when somebody will be due for their next.
I have the lyrics for Cockiness by Rihanna.
You have a lot of lyrics.
Suck my cockiness.
Movie Share, IMDb.
I have the ingredient for Jiffy corn casserole mix.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
How do we do it the same way? That's hilarious.
I have an application up for Ulta part-time. Just trying to get that free makeup.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about Bolin, guys.
I have my Zenny optical order up when I ordered glasses.
I googled used dishwashers to see how much used dishwashers cost.
How much are they?
Well, brand new, the cheapest ones are like $300. So used probably like $175, $200.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
But yeah, we really need a new dishwasher. Ours kind of sucks right now.
I'll have some hair dye from Sally's.
Gonna dye your hair again?
No, that was just that one time.
Oh.
I have mortgage rates pulled up.
I searched what does it mean when certified mail is returned? Bangkok Kitchen, that day that you told me that's where you were. I'm like, I've heard of this.
So good. If you guys want some really good Thai food on the west side, go to Bangkok Kitchen.
Yes.
Because I would go up north to
Down
Thai
by
Station.
Waffle House. Mm-hmm.
And now I don't have to go that far.
Yeah.
And just go down the street.
Yep. I've picked up DoorDash orders there before.
Very good.
Oh, I searched the Thai basil chicken during the party to see if I could find a recipe for it.
I was gonna say, you know where we haven't been in a while?
Where?
Yummy Bowl.
I know, we should go.
We should go to Yummy Bowl.
Sounds so good.
Bucky's Halloween shirt. Spring Valley turmeric curcumin.
Did I ever send you the video, or have you seen the video of the couple that's at Bucky's and they start going around to all the Bucky's brand things and they're like, "We're at Boosie's." They say it like Bussies.
Please send me that video, because every time we go to Bucky's, I'm like, we're at Bussies. And I've even told people, like new people, brand new people out the womb, right? That don't know shit about Bucky's.
Out the womb.
And I'll tell them it's pronounced Bussies. And then we'll go to Bucky's and they'll say, oh, look, we're at Bussies. And I'm like, yeah, that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Why are my periods getting shorter after birth control? Did you know that? It was actually freaking me out. Like, my periods went from 5 days, maybe 6, to like barely 3 days now that I'm off my period.
Off your birth control, I mean. Now that I'm off my period.
Right. What is this? Sebaceous. Oh, what? Hang on. Let me look this up before I say it on the podcast. Oh, wait. Okay. I looked up sebaceous filaments.
It sounds gross.
Sebaceous filaments.
What is it?
Okay, so you know how people have like blackheads on their nose?
Uh-huh.
There are people that they're essentially like clear heads, because they're not white heads either. I have really big pores on my nose, and they always get clogged with, I don't even know what it is. So there was this video that I found, and it said like, you know, no matter what you do, it's not going to help. You need to get something specifically for sebaceous filaments. And they have like, whatever. It's just so stupid.
Whatever.
Hey guys.
Guess what?
Did you know?
We have merch.
Merch. We have shirts, crew necks, sweatshirts, sweaters, mugs, hats,
baseball caps. Yeah.
Baseball caps. Buy one for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your uncle, your aunt, your cousin, your grandma, your grandpa, your dog.
Everyone.
Everybody.
Makes a good gift.
Makes a great gift.
Yes. And we have new merch that say good things all happen exactly when they're supposed to. Our little quote. So go check that out. And also, they're unisexual.
Unisexual. We know you like a little uni. little sexual uni moment.
Hop on there and get you some merch. And when someone asks you what you're wearing, you tell them about our podcast.
You even share an episode with them.
Yes, of course. Whatever your favorite episode is. You can get that at bonfire.com/store/HWG-merch. Sad.
Shout out to Brian for sending us his petty revenge story.
Yes.
When I was young in the Bay Area, my mom would always tell me that Jehovah's Witnesses were heathens. We were at the house. It was a nice day out, and we returned from my after-school activities. You see, I got in trouble at school because I used to be on the desk with my number 2 pencils and kept going after the teacher told me to stop. Shaking my head, Brian. So when we got home, I got the belt. After it was all said and done, I was in my room recovering from my cry, and we got a buzz from the gate bell. My mom was in the bathroom, so I looked outside the window and saw Jehovah's Witnesses at the gate. I jumped up despite my ass being sore and buzzed them past the gate. I was super stoked waiting for them to approach the door, and when they knocked, I opened it. I opened the door and they gave the speech in Spanish. Good evening, young man, blah, 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 the word of God, blah, blah, blah. Are your parents home? I responded with yes. My mother is home and she is a Christian and would love nothing more than to hear the word of God. I sat them down on the couch, offered them water and coffee, and waited for my mom to get out of the bathroom. When my mom got out, she got to the living room and saw them drinking coffee and introduced themselves. She was stunned, but then looked at me like, why would you let them in?
So that was his revenge. Okay, keep going.
In the middle of them introducing themselves, I said, Mama, they're here to talk about the word of God. And so she reluctantly sat down and listened to what they had to say. I just sat there and enjoyed the uncomfortable conversation that was happening as she has a very giant bias towards them. I unfortunately couldn't hide my delight as I have really deep dimples. I was just enjoying the experience. As the convo progressed around 40 minutes in, my mom was closing the convo, essentially attempting to say, thank you for your time. I would interject and mention, well, I don't get why God loves this. Or would I go to heaven for that just to keep them going?
Oh my God. All of this for a whooping.
I know. Around an hour and 20 minutes in, they finally step out and say their goodbyes. Before they left the door, I gave them out loud my mom's phone number so that they could call and we could get invited to their church, knowing damn well that my mom would rather sin than that.
Oh my God.
Once they left the gates and it clicked, my mom closed the door. I accepted the ass whooping that I was about to get, so I didn't run or fight it. We laugh about it now, but yeah, that's petty.
Damn.
I feel like Brian would be petty, even more so as a kid.
How old did he say he was?
He never said. He just said I was young in the Bay Area, so before he moved to Indy. It's fairly young.
That's so funny. The phone number was what got me.
Oh, I would kill my kid.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
But also it's like, touche. Like,
Touche, yeah.
Okay.
I've trained you right.
Alrighty.
I've raised you right. That was a little hello from Bolin. Say, hello.
Come on, babies.
Oh, that's funny. That's a good one, Brian. Thank you for that. It's a Forrest Gump quote. I don't know if you caught that.
I did not.
That's all I got to say about that. That's what he said.
I just know Jedi.
Have you seen Forrest Gump?
Of course.
Okay. Well, sometimes I have to wonder because
I'm Mexican.
Yes.
Thank you for understanding. Because my coworkers would be like, do you know who this is? Do you know who that is? And I'm like, I didn't grow up like you. Like, yes, I grew up in America, but like, my parents were Mexican.
Anytime I'm wondering if you've seen a classic movie, I know it's like a 50-50 chance.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like when I asked you about Legally Blonde, I was like, if you haven't seen it, you're going to love it. So you should.
I just watched Legally Blonde. I just watched Clueless, like within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
My best friend's wedding. That was really good. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Do you want to take a break before we get started?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so while we were on break, I was telling Angelica that my coworker Michelle, who listens to the pod, shout out Michelle, she was telling me today that she feels like, from what she's heard me talk about on the podcast and stuff, that she thinks that me and Travis have a really good relationship. And I was saying that was very meaningful that she said that to me. And Angelica was telling me some stuff, so we thought we'd hit record.
I was telling Kelsey how her and Travis do have a really, really great relationship, but I think it really just boils down to, not just that it boils down to, but it boils down to the fact that they had a friendship before. Yeah. It's the foundation is friendship. And because they, for the lack of better way of saying this, they didn't get too sexual too soon. So there's like a different type of intimacy there. Yeah.
We waited, I think I've said on the pod before, we waited 5 months before we had sex.
Yeah. And so there was like this playfulness, this like, innocence, like, you know what I mean? That you don't really get in adult relationships. Yeah. I mean, granted, you guys got together very young, but still.
Yeah, we were 17.
But even then.
We're going into adulthood.
Yeah. But even then, you respected each other enough to whatever at your pace, like whenever you're most comfortable.
Right.
And also, I was telling Kelsey how, I mean, I see it. Like, if anyone knows Travis, you know that Travis respects the fuck out of Kelsey. Just respects the fuck out of her. And I was just going to say, men, heterosexual men, okay? It's really this simple. You treat a woman well, she treats you better. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. Like, you can give a woman a house and she will make it a home. It's really that simple. Yeah. Like, I was watching this video and it was like this girl, she was saying like, actually, hang on, let me find the video.
Okay. Well, while you're looking for it, I'm going to say something about the respect part. Kind of in that essence, like, men, if you're listening, think about if you respect your partner. Do you respect her like as a human being, not as your girlfriend, but as a human being on her own? And if you're not sure, do you respect women, period? Like, do you respect your mom? Do you respect your grandma as a human? Like, not for what they can do for you, but as the person that they are. And if you're unsure you're having trouble saying yes definitively, then maybe you need to unpack why you don't have respect for the women in your life. Because you're never going to be able to treat a woman well if you don't fully respect her. And of course, the same the other direction. The woman has to respect the man as well. But
absolutely.
I think that there's some men out here walking around with chips on their shoulder about women in their life that have done them wrong and are not like working through that. And that translates into relationships.
That's very interesting you bring that up, because I saw another video where it was a girl that I was explaining, and I'm not going to do it justice, but basically she was saying like, men and women go into dating or relationships with two completely opposite mindsets, right? Mm-hmm. So a woman goes into a relationship, you're up here, you're a 10. Mm-hmm. And throughout, she starts deducting points.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Points can be added, but for the most part, the points start decreasing.
Right.
Whereas the men, for women, you start at 0.
Yeah.
You start to gain points. Again, they could fall, but you start to gain points. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of similar with respect.
Yeah.
A woman goes in
already respecting
you. It's your actions that make her
start to lose respect.
And I think with men, most men at least don't fully respect a woman until there's time that has passed.
Right.
Okay. So this video that I want to show you guys.
Listen. If I get around you and you make me feel like I could turn my mind off, like I'm fully protected, baby, what you want? What you need? How can I make you happy? Yeah. Listen, if I get around
you, know what I mean? Like, if you make a woman feel secure, loved, cared for, she's gonna want to ride that dick every day, all day.
Yep.
She want to give you the Glock 3000. Okay.
Yep.
No woman's gonna want to do that if you're fucking being abusive and a narcissist and just not a good man.
Generally not respecting her.
Yeah.
Or her boundaries
you think
or
she's
her feelings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Instead of getting on her knees and sucking you off, she's gonna be getting on her knees and praying to God. Like, please take me out of this.
To find me somebody else.
Find me somebody else. Find me another dick to suck. Anyway.
Get CC'd on.
Oh,
Michelle heard that part today and she goes, who's the coworker that didn't think it was funny? And so I told her and she goes, I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, thank you.
Like, well, next time. Oh, I thought she was the coworker.
No.
Okay.
No, it was a different coworker. She wanted to know who it was that didn't think it was funny.
Who was it?
It was my coworker, Amy.
Oh, I was like, you're going to tell me? We're not going to put on the podcast.
I know, but you don't know who Amy is, do you?
Oh, I guess not.
That's why I said, like, you know some of the coworkers by name, but you don't know Amy. She's only there 2 days a week.
Should we get into our stories?
We should.
To be completely fair, I just skim these, so I hope they're good. Okay.
I laughed like that.
These are petty stories from Reddit.
Okay.
Entitled Parker parked in my driveway, so I blocked them in and got drunk all weekend. Friday night came.
Friday night came and went.
I did not come.
Friday night CC'd on me.
Friday night I came home from work.
Friday night I came.
Friday night I came home from work to find someone on our block was having a large party.
This is going to go really well.
And someone decided they were entitled to park in my driveway. Okay, first of all, that's rude as fuck. If you don't know that, you don't park in other people's driveways.
No, you'll get towed.
Unless you know them personally and they say it's okay.
Right.
Like, for example, when you come to my house, feel free to park in my driveway. If I know you were cool like that, park in my driveway.
Driving my parkway.
But if my neighbor's having a party and they just...
Like a random guest just parks in your driveway.
Hell no.
You'll get towed.
Now, granted, I've had neighbors tell me, like, hey, I'm not going to go out for the night. Like, feel free to use my driveway.
Yeah.
But if you have no permission...
Right.
Rude as fuck.
Entitled.
Keep in mind, my driveway is a single car width lined with a retaining wall on both sides and a garage at the end.
I don't know what all that meant.
What?
I can't picture it.
It's just one car
Oh, one car driveway.
with walls on each side.
Okay.
I don't think it's that complicated.
All right.
In the garage. Oh, it's like one of those enclosed ones.
Oh, like a port.
Yes, like a
Okay.
port. Yeah, good job.
Good job. Carport.
Carport.
Your parents literally have a carport
Oh, yeah.
and a garage.
Okay. Essentially impossible for a tow truck to come pull them out without property damage. Ugh.
Oh.
Seeing this in the
That's why I was like, you'd get towed.
yeah.
But I guess
You
why
can,
not?
you can get people towed like that?
Off your property? Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, good to know.
Off your property?
Yeah.
Property? Not the street. Like if they're parked in front of your house.
Look at the way Bolin's looking
But
at
if they're
me.
blocking your driveway. Can we help you, sir? It's like, bitches, I told y'all to stop doing this. Oh, that was a good one. Tell us more. How you feel about it? Oh, no, shit. I'll fuck her up. I'll fuck her up for you. Do you think he wants out?
I just let him out.
You want to put a treat in one of his toys?
What is it? He just wants attention.
Maybe a treat will distract him long enough then.
Seeing this in the lack of street parking, I took this as a cue to park right behind them in my driveway. Now, a few hours go by and their entitled parker is now knocking at my door, demanding I move my car so she can leave. It's a
Bruh.
girl. I imagine a man.
Yeah. That changes everything.
Changes everything.
No. Still.
No. Terrible.
You're spending the night here now.
in your car, though.
Yeah.
Seeing as
Or
they
in whoever's house had a party.
Yeah. Seeing as they were demanding, I informed them that I had been drinking and would not move my car. The entitled parker then decides to call the police to get them to force me to move.
Off my property.
When the police knocked on my door, I was sure to grab a beer from the fridge before I answered to talk to the officer. I had informed him that after I got home, I was unwinding and had been drinking and was in no shape to drive. At this point, their hands were tied because they couldn't tow her car out. I'm in no shape to drive and I'm legally parked in my driveway.
Right.
I ended up telling the entitled parker that since it is a long weekend, I would be on the weekend long bender and they would come move my car. And they could come move my car after I go to work on Tuesday.
I think they meant their car.
Yeah, for sure. Someone said I would have taken an Uber to work on Tuesday just as an extra fuck you.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my God, what's wrong with people?
That'll teach her to not park in people's driveways. Or maybe it won't. Who knows?
Okay, moving on.
Next story.
I exposed an affair because it was affecting my sleep.
Oh my God.
So I'll start with understanding what I did wasn't exactly right, but I regret nothing. My upstairs neighbor has been having an affair with a married man for about 4 months now. I wouldn't care, but because it's an affair, he comes over at odd hours of the day and they have sex very loudly. I can hear a lot. And it wakes me up / prevents me from sleeping. How do I know it's an affair? He's never spent the night and his car has baby car seats in there.
Ooh.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's
No,
an
they could be
affair.
separated and he still has access to his kids.
Or he just wants to not sleep there. Like,
Yeah.
maybe the bed's not comfortable. I don't know.
Maybe he has to get back to his kids. He paid a babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. I'm sure the person knows more than we do.
Hopefully.
Some backstory. I've had issues with my upstairs neighbor prior to this. Oh, hell no. She would throw parties on Monday nights. She's a stripper. She gets home at 2 a.m. from work, pacing her condo and having loud phone conversations. Oh, never mind. She's 40 years old, throwing parties with 20-year-olds and having affairs and living like a teenager. Good for her.
Yeah. Let that bitch do her thing. I mean, not if you're not getting sleep.
Yeah, I guess not.
But if you didn't address this with her first, then that's something else.
I tried to talk to her like a normal person about my concerns, but she doesn't care, and I've had to get the association involved to stop the parties. I hate her. So I decided to learn some more about this mystery man. I looked up the license plate.
Oh, you can only do that in so many states.
Yeah.
It's not public record everywhere.
Also, I'm sorry if I sound nasally. I think I'm getting sick. I can't go sick. I can't go out tonight. I'm sick. Okay. Yeah. Looked up the license plate, found an address, searched the address, and found a name. Took the name and did some social media stalking and found the man and his wife's profiles. Okay, so they confirmed that they're married.
We're like, don't judge. We don't know.
How do you know they're married? Okay.
That's kind of ruthless.
Yeah. I made a throwaway account, which honestly, everyone should have a throwaway account.
I have one. I tell you all the time.
Yeah, do you still
I
have
logged into my burner. Yeah.
Yeah.
I use it to, I manage our, I'm not going to say that on the public. I manage a Facebook group that I don't want to be responsible for if shit goes down. So it's on a burner account. So the burner account is managing the Facebook group.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
I also use it
legitness.
for whatever other reasons I might need.
Nefarious things you may need.
Yes.
Message the wife about the affair. I haven't seen him now for a few weeks and I'm sleeping really nicely. Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, she saved the poor wife.
I mean, yeah. The real play would have been to message the wife saying, I've been having an affair with your husband. She'll say where the info came from to him. He'll assume the upstairs neighbor is trying to blow up the marriage and everyone will hate everyone. Problem solved. That would have been the better one.
Yes.
That,
Instead of the neighbor
himself.
saying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been really good. That would have been really funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
Okay.
I have a petty revenge story of my
nose
own.
itches.
Do you have any? Have you thought about that?
No, I've never been a petty Betty.
Okay, so this was when I was like 17. So keep that in mind because this was not entirely all good. So when I was 17, I was working at a restaurant called Boogie Burger. Shout out to Boogie Burger if you know who Boogie Burger is.
I know Boogie Burger. I used to work there.
I think all of our listeners know what Boogie Burger is.
Yo, if y'all know what Boogie Burger is,
I miss it so much.
yeah,
The food.
Me too.
The milkshakes.
Oh my god, me too.
So good.
So good.
Aaron and Mark Radford, if you're listening, bring back Boogie Burger. But if you're listening, turn it off right now. So,
Hey guys. Okay.
So, I was 17. Me and my friends were working there. Me and Maria were working there at the time.
I was like, cool.
And Aaron. Okay, so Aaron and Mark, they're the owners. It's a privately owned like mom and pop shop basically, and they wanted someone to come in and basically manage a little bit. I guess a manager, if not like shift lead, basically. And they were like, we're gonna bring in this girl that used to work with us for a long time. And she was so
this is going.
mean. Okay, she was so mean to us. She came in after not working for Boogie Burger for like a couple of years, and like by this time we're confident in our job. We know what we're doing, but like you coming back after not being here, and it was a new location by that point. It's like you can't come in and act like you know more than us just because you're the shift lead. Like I don't know. She was just really mean.
How old was she at the time? I know who you're talking about.
We were 17. She was probably like maybe 24.
Jesus.
She was quite a bit older than us, and she was really an odd person. But more than anything, she was mean to us. And one day we were working with her. We were on shift, and every other customer, she was asking if she could bum a cigarette off of them.
To the customers?
To the customers.
She was asking the customers for cigarettes?
So, yeah, this was this was fast casual. So you would go up to the counter and order, and then you would sit down, and like when the order was up, you just go up to the counter and grab it. And so she was standing at the cash register taking orders, and like every other customer, she was asking them if she could bum a cigarette. And I'm like, this is so unprofessional and gross.
So
like,
tacky.
If the owners knew you were doing this, they would be so pissed. So she said something to me in that shift that pissed me the fuck off. I was like, you know what? Fuck you. So I created a fake email account. I emailed Boogie Burger's website contact form and acted like I was the customer. I was there at that time. And the girl at the register with the colored hair, she was asking a bunch of customers if she could bum a cigarette off of them. And then I'm sure Erin went back to the recording because they had security cameras for like security and everything. I'm sure she went back to the camera and saw her asking customers for cigarettes, and she got fired the next day. Now, if you feel like I did wrong, sure. I also got fired from Boogie Burgers. That's the only job I've ever been fired from, by the way.
Hang on, going back to Boogie Burger. Okay. I don't know if this was because I was new to the food business or whatever.
Yeah.
But the owners had cameras literally everywhere.
Yeah. Every corner of the outside of the building, every corner of the inside of the building.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, what the? It's just food. Like,
right. Like
it's
you could see it being on like the front door, the back door, and the cash register. Like
no,
that's
it
really
was
all you needed.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started working there, which was after you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they did it when you worked there, but they wanted us to put our phones in front of one of the cameras.
Yeah, they used to make us do it at the clock out computer. Put our phones under the clock out computer.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
We would go over. That's the only place the camera wasn't at, was right in front of the clock out computer. Because like you could see the register, but then there was a space behind that you couldn't see, and then the camera in the office and the camera in the kitchen.
No. We'd have to put our phones in front of the camera in the office.
Oh.
So they could see our phones physically there.
I see.
But I started just leaving my case there.
That's a fucking good idea.
And just taking my phone with me.
Yeah.
And then every time I go to the bathroom, because they didn't have cameras in there,
yeah,
I would be on my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be on my phone like a lot. Like this is like 2012.
Yeah.
2013. Like
right.
It wasn't, social
like
media is nothing.
It was like a Samsung Galaxy S2 or some shit like that.
Yeah. Like it wasn't like you couldn't stay on social media for hours. Like it would refresh after, like you'd be caught up, I meant, after like 10 minutes or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I started just leaving my case there.
Yeah.
And then I think who's the husband?
Mark.
I think he came in, or someone came in, and I was so scared that they were gonna find just the case there. But luckily they didn't. But I think I stopped doing it after. I was like, okay, let me not risk my job.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Boogie Burger was a shit.
It was. I really miss the food. Like, oh,
I miss everything about it.
Yeah. Mostly
So
the food for me.
good. Anyway.
Next story.
Okay.
And then you can think of a petty revenge story you have, because I'm sure you have something.
You think so?
Everybody's done something.
I'm gonna have to think about it, because I just don't.
Maybe one of these stories will
trigger it.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to this.
Okay. Listen to this.
Listen, Linda. I made a dude get his nuts waxed on the first day after he lied to me.
Oh my God.
When I was in my early 20s and online dating was just starting, I made a profile and said I was just not going to be into two things: smokers and people with kids. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
Just that. You could be anything else, and if the chemistry is there, we are all good. I meet this guy early in the morning for breakfast date, and we are hitting it off averagely.
Averagely.
We're hitting it off averagely.
Never heard it said like that before. We're hitting it off averagely.
Okay.
Averagely.
No sparks, but no red flags. The date goes for 2.5 hours. Breakfast taking forever. Okay. Until we are splitting the bill, and he tells me that he has a kid.
God damn it. You wait till the end of the date. I put on my good underwear and everything.
God damn it.
You could at least wait until after, to the next day. Ruin it right at the end of the date.
I asked him if he read my profile to know that I was not interested in that, and he says yes. I read that, but knew that if you just spent more time with me, or some time with me, you'd see how great I am and how you'd be willing to see past that. Okay,
red flag number 435.
My God, if someone...
You're so absorbed with yourself that you think, I'm
going to trick this person into being a stepmom or a stepdad.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying, if someone has those boundaries and those are like those strict rules or just what they want, they are entitled to that.
Right. But not only that, on the guy's half, like, you're so self-absorbed that you think that you can just trick any woman into falling in love with you no matter what their boundaries are.
Yeah, let me tell them after the date.
Right.
What?
You're already in manipulation station, buddy. We're getting out of here. The train is leaving manipulation station right now.
Toxic gossip train. We are back. I accidentally punched my dog's
teeth.
teeth and my hand's bruising up. But anyway, we move forward.
We're just gonna tough through it.
Where? Oh no, I lost my track. Okay, let me start. Okay. Where she said, I asked him if he read my profile to know that I was not interested in that, and he says yes. I read that, but knew that if you just spent some time with me, you'd see how great I am and how you'd be willing to see past that. Fucking gag. I was floored, as now he wasted 3 hours of my life and was okay with being a liar. Bro, how did they not get that?
For real.
That was unacceptable to me. I said, well, I don't want this date to end, but I have to go across to get my Brazilian, where they take all the hair off, excluding the bum hole. That's not true.
Including the bum hole. Is that what she wrote? Oh, you just read it wrong.
I was like, that's not true. They take off the butthole too.
They take off the butthole. They remove all the hair and they remove your butthole.
They create a new asshole.
Just rip you a new one. That's where that came from.
Including the bum hole, done in an hour. Want to come with me and get one too? It's not too painful. No, it's not painful. A total lie.
Yeah.
And I think it's attractive on men to be clean there. No pressure, but I'm pretty busy the rest of the week, and this is my only free day. Hell yeah, manipulate the fuck out of him too.
Yeah.
He was all about following me anywhere. I told the ladies that this was his first time and that they should take everything. That they should take everything, including the butt. See, she says it too.
Yeah.
He held my hand between a curtain and we both got them done at the same time. He screamed a lot, but was a champ and went through with it. Wow. He must really like her.
Or he really wanted some.
Yeah, he really wants some.
Wussy.
I can't imagine a guy doing that. But
not just for sex.
I made him pay for his own and never called him again.
Fuck yeah.
If you are out there, Chris, please don't lie to women on the first date. It's a really bad way to start a relationship.
For real. Date number 1, lie.
She said, edit. Wow. Well, it seems like most people have had 3 general reactions. 1, applause. This is delightfully petty. 2, you're a horrible person, plus other explicatives. And 3, this is fake. 1, thank you for all the validation that online dating sucks for all genders and you shouldn't go into it with a lie. 2, yeah, I'm a horrible person.
Facts.
Yeah. Okay.
Never said I wasn't.
3, it's not fake, but you can think so if you want. When I was in my early 20s, I did a lot of things I would maybe still do now and some I wouldn't. And to all those sending me messages, calling me nasty things behind your keyboards, this is petty revenge. So you came here for this shit.
You literally came here for
Amen.
Petty revenge.
Bill.
Deaded? D-E-B-T?
Yes, E-D. Deaded.
D-E-B-T-E-D.
Yes.
Okay.
Instead of gifting money.
Whisper dirty secrets
while I'm pulling on your hair.
poison in a
Bangs for we. Fever's
It just
fucking
popped up on my
run.
phone.
I'm gonna ride. Which I don't get why he says that.
Yeah. Why?
Is he gay? Soma, are you gay? Why are you gay?
Oh, why are you gay?
I'm gonna ride on you, baby. Are you ready? On. I don't want a guy to ride on me all night.
No.
Sounds painful.
Yeah.
Okay. My grandma deaded money in her will. So I don't know the full story, but I do know the gist of it. They put the gist of it.
It's the gist.
Yeah. My grandma raised her kids with love. She practically spoiled them, and she raised her grandkids too. Me and my 2 sisters. 2 of them, my uncle and my dad, became addicts, and the last, my aunt, became estranged.
The last kid
And the last, my aunt.
became estranged.
Yeah, what did I say?
Oh, no, you seemed like you're confused, so I was explaining it.
Oh.
Like you were confused why it said the last.
No, I wasn't confused by that. I initially, I don't know why, I thought the grandma was the mom's mom. So when she brought up her dad, I was like, we don't care about him.
We don't care about him. 2
of them, being the kids, my uncle and my dad, being the dad's mom, okay, became addicts. And the last, the sister, became estranged. I've got tons of relatives, so I don't know if I've ever met her. If I have, I don't remember her face or her name. So let's call her Little Miss J. Jay left without looking back and constantly asked my grandmother for money. She hardly repaid Grandma, which was a big mistake because, surprise, surprise, my grandma was on top of every penny that she had. She was the best I've ever seen when it came to handling funds. But 2 years ago, my grandma was diagnosed with cancer. She worked her butt off her whole life and was the strongest woman on the planet, and nobody got by without paying her their dues. Eventually, my grandma dies. In her will, she gives money to my grandpa, my dad, my uncle, me, and my sisters, everyone in her family. But when it comes to Jay, she says, you still owe me $14.
14. $14.
I do not know if she actually somehow debted Jay $14 in a will or just put it there as a little slap in the face. All Jay was worried about when Grandma died was the money, and she got none of it. I can't be prouder to have a grandma that wouldn't leave this world without the last laugh.
Oh, that's so funny. You owe me $14, bitch.
Edit. I guess I forgot to include it. Jay is also a drug addict. That's why she needed my grandmother's money constantly. My grandmother was a great woman and a great mother to me. She raised me well. Another edit. Because people want to blame my grandmother. What?
For what?
Oh my God.
She didn't owe anybody anything.
She raised 3 kids that were hers and 3 kids that weren't. The kids that were hers turned into drug addicts. The 3 kids that weren't turned into people who could handle their emotions and found therapy for themselves. I think it was a generational problem rather than the bad parenting she's being accused of. She was the kindest woman I'd ever met, but also the strongest. All 3 of us are getting therapy for things that aren't related to my grandmother. My uncle, my dad, and my aunt are not. Do we not think that maybe the generational differences of people who are often not given needed resources and people with the technology to find needed resources might be a factor in how they handled their mental illnesses? Yes.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next. I should have labeled these or put. Okay. Oh. Coworker. Oof. Okay. My coworker tried to claim my 15-page report as her own work to the CEO, got outed in front of him.
Damn.
This was a young woman who only got her job especially made for her because her daddy was golfing buddies with our CEO.
Oof.
She regularly blamed her team for her numerous mistakes and took all the credit for their hard work. Let's call her a bitch.
Oh, shit. Because that's her name.
Because that's her name. I used to do trade shows, and after the fall season, would be back in the office and create a comprehensive report on the results of the shows, normally 15 plus pages. The VEEPs always wanted paper reports, not attachments, so I normally printed them out and distributed them personally to the staff. I have to do this at work. It's so annoying. I handed Bitch her copy as we passed in the corridor, then watched in sheer amazement as she marched straight into the CEO's office and said, I kid you not, here, boss, I just put this together for you. Stunning. The report was all about trade shows, and she wasn't even in the same department. What the fuck?
What the hell were you trying to get out of that?
Yeah. Cue the revenge. I marched in there right after her and said, oh, bitch, I just realized that my report has some numerical errors. Let me have it back and I'll get you a revised one. All the while staring at the CEO with a slightly raised eyebrow. As I left, I heard the most wonderful words from the CEO. Oh, their name's Aiku. Aiku, would you please close the door as you leave? Oof. Bitch came out about 5 minutes later looking like a ripe tomato. I couldn't resist asking, how was your little tete-a-tete with our boss?
Tete-a-tete? I never heard that.
Tete-a-tete. Tete-a-tete with our boss.
Tete-a-tete. Tete-a-tete? I've never heard that.
Okay, Aiku.
Teet-a-teet? I have no idea.
Teet-a-teet? Tit for tat.
Tibba-dicka-tucka?
I just like this from the title. Use my email and lose your Kohl's cash.
Damn.
I got a Gmail account about 20 years ago when it first came out.
Bolin, calm down.
When it first came out, I was able to snag a simple email, first initial, last name. I think it's jsmith@gmail.com.
Damn, how'd you get that?
That's very simple. 20 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mine's really easy too.
For the last several years, I have been getting all kinds of spam and legitimate emails from someone with my first initial and last name. Some of these emails seem pretty important. For instance, hotel reservations and train tickets have both been sent to my email. In the past, I have tried to contact her with the phone number I find with the emails and asked her to stop using my emails. She brushes it off every time, basically telling me to F off.
Okay, well then you're not getting your shit anymore. You're not getting your plane tickets and emails and all that stuff. Not getting any of it. Doesn't make sense.
Wait, so like she's telling people the wrong address?
The wrong email address. And then when they contact her to give her her stuff, they're saying like, hey, stop using my email address. And she told them to fuck off.
Yeah, why would you tell them to F off? I'd be like,
Right.
oh my God, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I keep doing that.
And also, thank you for giving me my shit
yeah.
that I paid for.
Dumbass bitch.
Dumbass bitch.
Apparently, she just started shopping at Kohl's because I've been getting all of her rewards emails. Since she decided she isn't going to stop using my email, I used her $50 in Kohl's cash she sent to my email a couple weeks ago. And
That's some good Kohl's cash.
Yeah, which means she must have spent $500.
Right.
And just used another $20 today. As far as I'm concerned, she's aware that she's using my email. Therefore, she's gifted me her Kohl's cash. Thanks for the new belt and jeans, Jessica. Keep them coming.
Oh my God. Jessica, use your own email.
Yeah, sorry about that. If you guys heard Bolin barking, I don't know.
He's just been a mess today, so...
He's been kind of needy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're probably just going to go ahead and wrap it up. But I think we've recorded enough. We did a lot of tangenting in the first, 45 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear him bark? Because he's already ready to come back inside.
Yeah, I've let him out 3 times. He wants to play.
Yeah.
And typically when I do walk him, he's fine. Like he still has energy, obviously, but he's usually pretty calm.
Yeah.
And I walked him earlier and it was fine. So I don't know. He's just
being needy.
He's a baby. Sometimes when I'm not paying attention to him and I'm on the bed, he'll literally just jump up and be in my face.
Yeah.
It's like, bitch,
just stand over you like...
what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then it's funny because I started letting him sleep on the bed with me. And like every night he just gets closer and closer to me.
Yeah.
Like he has this whole other half of the bed and he's like just closer and closer. Like especially closer to my face too. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's nice being needed and loved though. But yeah. So...
All right, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
Buy some merch, share the episode.
We're going to have another guest on soon. We've got her scheduled.
Oh, yeah, for next week, right?
Yep.
Should we just tell them who
we'll
it
be
is?
recording next week.
Oh, yeah. We'll be recording and then...
Yeah, let's tell them.
It's Kathy.
Yeah.
My cousin, Kathy.
She's an avid
great.
listener.
Yes, we love her.
Shout out.
Shout out.
She is a court reporter, so she's going to come on and tell us some crazy court stories. So that'll be fun. Look forward to that.
And she's just a cool person overall. You're going to love her.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to have some good conversation, I think.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. Have a great life.
All of the above. All right. Bye.
Bye.